hey, we need to have a chat. And this chat is about how to get you to Hawaii next year. And that chat involves getting really intentional about doing stuff like you've been doing for this past week for the rest of this next year into the next so that we can get you qualified for Hawaii. What that looks like is going to be very different for each of you. But what I know, one thing is for sure true. Our brains are super smart and also not as smart as it thinks it is, okay? So our brains are conditioned to take thoughts that are scary as just as serious as physical threats. So your brain sees fear, doubt, uncertainty, getting outside of your comfort zone. Your brain immediately takes those as a physical threat to your well-being. No wonder we quit on ourselves more often than not, okay? But what I also know to be true is that we know how to show up for what's important to us. We know how to show up with fear and with doubt and with uncertainty and still do the things. If any of you have birthed a baby or ran a marathon or even a 5K, or you've maybe lost a certain amount of weight, or you've started a new job, or you have you've been a public speaker at some point, you know that it means showing up with those things. You didn't have a baby and we're just like, I am so ready for this. I have no doubts or uncertainties or fear at all. Of course you did. Of course there was some pain involved. And you still showed up because it mattered to you. Because you had a value attached to what you were doing. We can show up consistently, intentionally, to get to where we want to be. And the key to doing that, my friends, is to attach it to a value. Your goals are great, but if they aren't attached to a value that you hold dear, that you will show up for even though there's pain and uncertainty and doubt and growth, if you don't have those attached to a value, you're probably going to struggle. And I don't want that for you. Because the truth is, there are people out there doing what you want to do with less skill and ability than you already have just because they decided to go for it and they attached what they were doing to a value that they held and they just kept taking steps forward. So a few quick ways that you can start to identify what fuels you in your business so that you can keep showing up for that. So ask yourself this: what has made you happy in doing this business? What were you doing? Who were you doing it with? Did it involve certain people? What were the circumstances around it? What has just made you happy about this? Write it down. What has made you proud? What have you done for you, yourself, your business, your body, your family that has made you proud? Why? Why did it make you proud? What were you fulfilling when you were doing XYZ? Okay? And then look for what made you satisfied. What need was filled when you did whatever it was? When were you the most satisfied in your life, in this business, in your job, with the products? What did it look like when you were just, this is it. I'm so satisfied with where I am right now. Focus on what that was. Why did it give your life meaning in that moment? Those are going to help guide you toward what you need to be doing more of and where you need to be attaching your goals, your intentions to make real change in your business. There's no specific formula for each individual person on how to get you going. I wish I could say it's A, B, C, and D, boom, go. But that's not true. We actually need to build in more flexibility in realizing that it's going to look different for each of us. Some of us need to work harder. We need to show up more. Some of us need to know how to take a dang break. Take a break. Slow down to go fast. Some of you do not need to take a break. You need to know how to show up for what you care about. You need to know how to have boundaries in order to show up for yourself. Some of you need to learn how to time block. Some of you maybe work really, really well with a specific time schedule. You only have a small amount of time to work in, and you've got to be really intentional with that time. Some of you will work better with Tuesdays being team training Tuesdays, and Monday being motivation Monday, and Friday being film my reels Friday. I'm totally making these up off the top of my head, but maybe that's what your days need to look like. You need to know that during this day, during these times, this is what I'm going to get done. But for each of you, it's going to look different. But the important part is that you are showing up consistently for what you care about for your business, so that you can move forward toward your goals and your values, so that we can see you in Hawaii next year. Show up for yourself, take that next right step, and you will not regret it. You absolutely can show up with fear, with doubt, and push yourself outside of your comfort zone to learn more, to do more, and to show up for yourself and others more, and without quitting. We don't want you to be hot and cold and do this 1 week really intense challenge and then not show up for 2 months. That's not the kind of business we want to build. We want to build a business that we can show up for every day intentionally for the rest of these next years and forever. I'm in this business for forever, not for right now, and I hope that you are too. Blessings to you. I'm praying for all of you out there who are watching this video that you will find your purpose, your intentionality, and you will push yourself outside of your comfort zone in order to keep moving forward this next year. Bye, guys.